Wrestling Mindset, Chapter 5, for the love of the game, or in our case, for the love of the match. Enjoyment. I know there was a time where you wrestled really well, where everything seemed to click, whether it was practice or a match. There was a time where you were out there and it seemed like time disappeared. You were just doing everything. Things just seemed to click. Everything else disappeared, and you were wrestling at your peak performance. This is what they call flow, or being in the zone. Sports psychologists call it the ideal peak performance state. This flow state requires 5 conditions, and the first one is today's, enjoyment. You have to enjoy what you do. You have to love what you do. And the reason why is because when you love what you're doing, when you're enjoying something, you're a more flexible thinker. It's easier to make adjustments. It's easier to adapt. And in a wrestling match, you need to be a flexible thinker. You have to be able to adjust. You have to be able to adapt. So you better be in a good mood out there. You better like what you're doing. If you hate what you're doing, you're not going to be a flexible thinker. You're going to be very rigid. You're going to do the same thing all the time. You're going to be very one-dimensional and very predictable. We can't have that. So enjoy what you do. So the first thing we need to do is we need to stay positive. Even when it's hard. I know at the end of the season, it's a long season. Don't join in pity parties with your friends, complaining about the coach, complaining about the sport, on and on and on. You got to stay away from negative thinkers. Think about positive things. Think about the things that you love about wrestling. And that's our mindset mastery exercise for enjoyment. Make a long list of everything you love about wrestling. And not just win it, because you could win at anything. You could win at a board game, you could win at anything, darts. The important thing is that you love what you do. What do you love about wrestling other than winning? Write it down in a nice long list. Be as specific and detailed as possible. Everything you love, even everything you like about the sport. And when times get tough, especially at the end of the season, the grind is going on, we're all tired, we start thinking a lot about titles and winning. Now's the time we have to get back to the roots. What do you like about the sport? Think back to when you were a kid and you started wrestling. Why did you do it? Make a nice long list about that. So there it is, flow part 1, enjoyment. Love what you do what you love. Love wrestling. Stay with us. Wrestling Mindset.